In this episode of Moving to Milwaukee, we're going to cover all the highlights of the small communities that are inside of Ozaukee County, just north of Milwaukee. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my opinion on the best place to live in Ozaukee County. My name is Jacob Sheets, your Wisconsin realtor, leader of the Jacob Sheets Real Estate Team by eXp Realty. And on this channel, we like to serve our clients by providing helpful tips and tricks on the Wisconsin real estate market, educate and grow our team of realtors both here in Wisconsin and actually worldwide through the eXp Realty Wolfpack, and showcase the incredible community that is Wisconsin. So if you find this information helpful and you want to stay tuned for more, make sure to subscribe below, ring our notification doorbell so you don't miss out on any of the new videos, and let's dive into it. So on this series, Moving to Milwaukee, we are going through the Discover Milwaukee Relocation Guide step by step and break it down by bite-sized chunks so you can get just the information you want and go to the other related videos if you want to learn more about the other neighboring areas. You'll see here, we do have a digital copy of this ready for you to download. You can either comment below Milwaukee Relocation Guide and we will respond with the link so you can see the entire digital version for yourself, or you can go ahead and connect with me on the Calendly link below so you can get connected and we can have a one-on-one conversation to dive into more information about the Milwaukee area. So let's turn over to page 84, which is Ozaukee County, and don't worry, we'll be going through a lot of this guide in our other videos so you don't miss anything. And right here we have Ozaukee County. There's this information in this blurb that is all about the actual Ozaukee County area. We have lots of information about it as a whole, but I'm going to break down each individual community so that you can see a little bit more about it. So first off, we have Mequon and Thiensville. So that is located right here. This is the Ozaukee County area in this map. And we can see Milwaukee and Thiensville are the south side of Ozaukee County. So as we scroll down this way, we can see the general population statistics. We'll just hit all this information at a high level so that we can go back in more detail later. So Ozaukee County has a population of about 90,000, and you can go almost anywhere in here within a 55 minute drive of downtown Milwaukee. So let's go ahead and zoom in on South Milwaukee here. We have Mequon and the Thiensville area. Let's look at the statistics. Mequon, we have median income of $116,000 and the median home sales price of $595,000. Looking down to Thiensville, just south of that, we can see down here at this portion, southwest portion of Ozaukee County. Mequon is actually all of the screen, and Thiensville is this kind of little island that's inside of it. We have Thiensville at $73,000 in average household income, with the population of just 3,000. Population here of 25,000 for Mequon, and the median sales price of $637. Now, don't let that fool you. Like you can't feel like you can't break into Thiensville. There's definitely options for you to get into Thiensville. It's just, I believe, the median sales price for this being higher. I've definitely seen and gotten people in here at the $300,000 price point as well. Now let's make our way up a little bit more north. In Ozaukee County, we have Cedarburg and Grafton. I am a Cedarburg native, born and raised here in Cedarburg, and that's where we're currently living at, my wife and I. Absolutely a huge fan of Cedarburg, Wisconsin. We have $88,000 in median income, and the median sales price this last year of $346,000. Now, I can tell you, getting into Cedarburg right now with the amount of inventory under $300,000 is a very difficult thing to do. If you are okay with some fixer-upper projects or the occasional rare condo that pops up, you may be okay with finding something. Grafton is one of the most affordable areas that you're looking for more of actual kind of I want to say denser city living. You know, how dense are you going to get with both of these little city/towns of 12,000 people? But it definitely is a more affordable option, and you don't sacrifice a lot. You really don't. I mean, if we look at how close Cedarburg and Grafton is, they're really neighboring, twin cities of 12,000 each. That really share a lot in common, and if you're looking for a budget, you do not miss a lot. Like if you are just barely over that border and you're in Grafton, it's well worth the money to be saved. I mean, seriously, it's a good value. So with that being said, median household income in Grafton a little bit lower than $75,000, and average sale price, median sale price of $268,000. Let's keep going from south to north. So just north of Grafton, we have Saukville and Port Washington. Let's start there. Saukville, right here, we have a median income of $52,000 with a median sale price of $242. Port Washington, $68,000 and median sales price of $277. This is probably going to be going up in the near future too, because we have a few more developments in Port Washington, and with it being literally, you are right on the water. There's a lot of new development condos, other things like that, and this is going to be a big area coming up. I'm like, for real, my prediction is that values of homes here are going to be significantly increasing, just because, I mean, who doesn't want to be on Lake Michigan? You can see why that's good. Now, the con of that, it's so close to the lake, it's a lot colder here. Maybe 5 to 10 degrees cool, and then in the winters, it's pretty windy off the water, and it gets kind of snowy and icy, so you can't deal with that. Port's not for you. Other thing to note too, another 12,000 population city, and then right here Saukville was smaller, of only 4,000. Next up, we're traveling a little further north to Fredonia and Belgium. So let's zoom back in. Fredonia, we can see a 76,000 for the average median income, and have a population of 2,200 people, and median sale price of $332. Belgium, we have a 78,000 median income and a $304,000 for the median sales price. Again, Belgium, crazy tiny, and Belgium's really like spread out. Saukville, we still have a little bit more density. Fredonia and Belgium is definitely, like, we go over here, these are the highlighted areas, but also kind of more open lots, blank spaces, more of the country feel up in this area, a little bit more city, but not like, there's nothing in Ozaukee County that's really big city, as you can tell by the population sizes. And as we go down into this area, although Saukville is just at 4,000, it's a lot more dense than our Belgium and Fredonia. So some tips from a local that you might not know about the Ozaukee County area that would be good to know is right here in Mequon. We have a lot of nice eateries, country club environment that's here in Mequon, and the Thiensville area. I mean, it's a little bit more quaint, but in this area, you're gonna have a little bit more of kind of that upscale feel in the overall community. Here in the Cedarburg Grafton, a little more slower pace. It's kind of like as you further get north, it just feels a little bit of a slower pace in the lifestyle as you continue to go out, and the properties start to get a little bit further apart. So Cedarburg and Grafton, we also have the city of Cedarburg versus the town that kind of goes around it, so you can get in these areas without being super dense as well, comparative to your more northern parts of the county. So if we just highlight also, Cedarburg is well known for its historic downtown and kind of feeling like you're in a Hallmark movie. If you want to live in Cedarburg and get the true feel of it, being downtown is a really, really big reason why people live here. That's over here on Washington Avenue or the main street. People want to get close to that, and there's Cedar Creek Park, which is a very, very fun, quaint environment. There's lots of other videos, which if I have one available, it'll be in a card up above here to see all the things to do in Cedarburg. Now Grafton as well, we're right off the highway here on 43, and we'll actually have more of our bigger box stores. So if this is important to you, like your Costco's, your Target, your Home Depot, and that's, for some people, it really is. I mean, it's not like a big shopping mall by any means, so don't come with that expectation. You're gonna wanna get further down into the Milwaukee area for that. But this is like right here off of 43 is where you're gonna have like your Costco, those bigger box stores. Also being able to have the downtown Grafton stretch, not quite as well known as Cedarburg, and not, I mean, some will debate it as historic, but it's just not quite the same feeling as Cedarburg, but you still kind of get the best of both worlds in the Grafton area. For commuters, they like it too, because you can hop right off to 43, straight down in a matter of less than 30 minutes with no big rush hour traffic for Milwaukee. That Saukville doesn't really have schools that you get plugged into, so that's one thing to take into consideration. In other videos up above, we'll talk about the school districts. And in Port Washington, again, it's going to be that kind of lakeside living. One local tip: if you have Verizon, you don't get the best coverage here in Port Washington. Even with my hotspot on, sometimes I'll need to stop by, like between showings, if I need to find my next location or something. I can actually get connected to Wi-Fi on like a coffee shop or something. The vibes are good though. When you go downtown Port Washington, right down here on the main drag, you have a delicious pasta shop that's literally called the Pasta Shop. And then we have other things like the Twisted Willow, a great restaurant that's available, and a couple other kind of historic and recreational landmarks that are down here in Port Washington. Same thing with up here, you can kind of go on the north side. of Port Washington and overview some of the lake itself on a beach on the north and south side of Port Washington. Now, Fredonia in Belgium, if you like the more country style living, you don't want people looking at you in the neighborhood, and you're just kind of in your own world, these are great locations for you. Maybe if you want to have a little bit more animals in your lifestyle, things like that, you can definitely still have those getting closer into these areas, but this is more of that country-ish feel that you will be getting, or on the outskirts of any of these areas in mid-Ozaukee County. So that does it for our Ozaukee County episode of Moving to Milwaukee. So where do I think the best place to live is? I'd say Cedarburg, Wisconsin. I'm biased, I know, I grew up in the area, but there's nothing that beats that downtown stretch of Cedarburg, and you really get an unmatched sense of community that you get out of anywhere else here in Ozaukee County. If you disagree, please let me know in the comments below. You're a local, you think your place is even better. Let me know why, tell me. And also, if you want to work directly with me and my team, we service all of the Wisconsin area. Go ahead and reach out below in the calendar link. You can book a direct appointment to me, or you can reach out into my work email or phone number, which will also be provided in the description below. If you want a copy of this, once again, we will also have the link that you can click on and you can get connected there. We do really want to serve you and work with you. We work differently than other realtors in the area where we're not really a lone wolf. We like to work together as a team to make sure you're well taken care of. So if that does sound good to you and you want to work with us, reach out directly. And if you do want to learn more about this awesome Wisconsin culture and everything about it before moving, just go ahead and click on one of these last videos that will be popping up and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much, and until next time.